Donbass in Russia. Vinh Moc village is situated near the border of North and South Vietnam and so was subjected to heavy bombing by the Americans.
And here you see the village from the Vinh Moc village before the war. Very peaceful. Yeah. And you see here the village after the war. There's nothing left.
In 1966, to survive the bombing, the villagers built a series of tunnels up to 23 metres underground.
300 people live in this tunnel.
300?
Yes. And the people live under the tunnel here for 6 years to live under the ground.
6 years?
Yeah, from 1966 to 1972. Wow. They have one baby. So if they have a 2 baby or 3 babies, they have a bigger space. Yeah. A bigger room.
Crazy, huh? There's rooms just left and right constantly. Little rooms for people to live in. It's amazing.
And here is the hospital. 17 babies were born.
17 babies were born down in here. Wow.
It's been very hot down here with a whole village breathing this air, that's for sure.
And from here you see
the well.
The well, yeah. It is a fresh water.
It's amazing. So they take that to drink water, cook, wash, everything.
Yeah.
And so it was all covered, was it here?
The bullshit here covered the gate of the tunnel. So the enemy, they don't know the tunnel.
And then they would come out here at night?
Come out here at night.
But they were clever. What they did was, at night time, they used to take the dirt out that they tunneled and take it out to sea and dump it so that the Americans could never find any fresh dirt.
It's fascinating to think this existed and the Americans didn't know where it was.
It was terrible for the locals, Vietnamese. I mean, you know, what they had to endure while the war went on was incredible. Or everybody, both sides. And then, you know, both sides didn't really win, really. Bit of a stalemate. And then the Americans decided to leave because it wasn't working for them. Basically, it's completely illegal to drive here, any vehicle for a foreigner. So he's been very kind enough to let us have a quick go. There's something about driving open-top Jeeps, isn't there? That's just so cool.
We drove to Khe Sanh, where in 1968 the base was attacked by the Northern Vietnamese Army, the Viet Cong.
And this was the base here?
Yes, the base here. Did the Viet Cong attack Khe Sanh?
Yeah, attack Khe Sanh.
Were they successful?
Yeah, they're successful.
How long did the battle last?
This battle lasts for 77 days and nights.
77 days and nights?
So every day the US Marine here had to suffer.
Horrible.
Really horrible. 58,000 Americans and something like 300 and something thousand Vietnamese were killed and 3 million injured, 3 million innocent people injured and killed in the war as well. For every one Vietnamese person in the village that we saw where the tunnels went, there were 40 bombs dropped. Every one person. Living hell.
A few miles down the road, we're going to cross the Lao border, where we're going to spend a few days before we go to Cambodia.
Countries change on the border every single time. Houses change, the cars have all changed, everything changes.
This is called a Song Hao.
Song Hao. I'm going to sit in this thing.
They're going the same way.
We're off to get a bit of petrol first, or diesel, I should say. Interesting petrol station.
That's a lesson on how to steal petrol. You put a pipe into the tank and you suck it, and then it siphons back out into the main tank. Here it comes, watch out.
This is where the B-52s used to bomb Vietnam, and on their way back they used to drop off the long-range fuel tanks here. What they've done is they've converted them into canoes. Did you think the Americans ever dreamt that the fuel tanks would end up being canoes in 2008?
At least they've finally got some proper use for them. Look at that. Man, they look like big cockroaches. It's very neatly put on. Don't think I'd fancy eating that, I can tell you that.
So what's happening now?
Well, the driver's very kindly offered if I want to drive. Jesus. Can't get the gear. Oh. Oh, yes. He's got the best seat in the house. Shouldn't play that game while I'm driving, really, should I? Got to keep moving. It's great driving this bus, picking people up, working in here. Ask him how's my driving.
The truck was scared when you were starting.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh no. It was difficult to find the gears, you know? How long has he been driving for?
He's been driving this truck for 5 years now, but before that he was driving like a cargo truck, big one.
Do you like driving this kind of thing more than the big trucks?
When he was driving the big truck, he was working for the government, and he only gets a salary 1 million kip. But now he's driving the Songtao, he earns like 4 to 5 million kip.
Oh wow, so it's a big difference. Yeah, so that's why I wouldn't get good idea to do this. We jumped on a local bus to Savannakhet, a bone-shaking 5.5 hours. We're traveling quickly through Laos so we can get to Cambodia, where we've got loads of things planned.
A rocket boat with 8 people on it, and what is that, down the Mekong?
Can I drive it? Big Ford engine, power, fast, speed, petrol. Ugh.
Awesome. Are you riding with us as well, Nick? Is this what you do?
I feel a bit like Homer Simpson when he gets a donut. I mean, that's just every boy's dream, isn't it?
We're just about to get onto the Mekong to go and head towards the Cambodian border.
And this is the Mekong. Very famous. Goes from China all the way through Thailand, Laos, Cambodia. Don't think this was built for Europeans. Ooh. Wow. Wow, it's a big river. Bloody hell. It's huge. We're going down here for about an hour and a half down the Mekong, and then we are stopping and hopefully getting a little bus to get to these waterfalls, which are very close to the Cambodian border. Oh, I see the boat's coming sideways. She's lashed onto 3 different boats. You see that? Wow. Marvellous. Another butt breaker. Off to see the waterfalls, and then on to the border. Oh, it's quite nice to get out of that bone shaker. Oh, my arse. Well, ouch. Can you hear them?
Wow, they're ferocious. It's great.
That is huge. That's a lot of water. Fish. They get trapped on there. Can't see many fish there, though. Or maybe the river's a bit high for that now. It's just beautiful. It's a lovely way to finish off being in Laos. Only got sort of 10 kilometers that way is the Cambodia border. The biggest waterfall in Southeast Asia. Tick that box. No hands.
We got over the Cambodian border pretty easily. Met my translator.
Nick is our translator here and is helping us through and supplying us with motorbikes for tomorrow through the jungle.
Oh my God! That's amazing! It's just a massive car engine strapped to the back of a boat.
Lots of noise, lots of petrol, which is what we like, don't we? 60 kilometers an hour.
At least.
At least.